Hello, my loves. I am Mystic Goddess with your general reading. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign. So let's tap in and see what's coming through for you. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading when it comes to their next new love interest. Give me the truth, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading when it comes to their next new love interest. Two more shuffles. All right, so let's see what comes out here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, you have natural. So you're going to feel as though the connection between the two of you is almost effortless. I feel like things will unfold between the two of you naturally. And it's also giving energy of the two of you being in sync with each other. Right next to that, you have immaturity. So this is someone who may have connected with people who were immature in the past. It's also giving energy of them being lighthearted, or they may be a young spirited individual. Yeah, I feel like the two of you will have fun together effortlessly. At the top of the deck, you have dormant. So when the two of you initially meet each other, especially in the early stages of the connection, you may not see much potential, or you'll be expecting it to not really go anywhere. But I feel as though as the two of you get to know each other, there's going to be a deep, passionate connection that's formed between the two of you. Some of you may not even expect to fall in love with this person. Also, this is going to be very specific. Please don't force it to fit. But some of you may even wonder if this person is a bit immature. It's kind of like you may view them as someone who plays too much. They may like to play little pranks on you, or this is someone who just likes to laugh. Okay. I heard corny. So some of you could think the person is a little bit corny. But because of them being so light and young spirited, some of you could wonder if they lack emotional maturity. Give me another card. But I feel like this is someone who's just lighthearted and they like to have fun. But I feel like it's going to make you wonder if they're a little bit too immature for you, or if they're still kind of discovering themselves. So, like I said before, them liking to joke around or play around, it may cause you to feel like it's not really going to go anywhere in the early stages of the connection. But there will be an attraction between the two of you. Give me more messages, please, Holy Spirit. Ooh, you have a lot that came out. All right, you have equality. You also have future and the best ever. So there will be a mutual respect between the two of you. I see there being an equal give and take. And this is someone who's going to recognize your needs and your desires, and they're going to feel as though those things are equally important to their own. The two of you have the potential to have a long-term future with each other, but I feel like some of you may be a bit hesitant when it comes to making future plans with this person, all right? It's either that, or they may not be your usual type. They could be completely different from anyone that you've ever met before. Also, some of you could be in your head when this person comes in, to the point where it's kind of hard for you to stay in the present. And what I mean by that is you could start thinking a lot about things that you've gone through in the past, and fear of this new person not being the same way past people were. Now, others of you could think so much about the future to the point where you can't really enjoy the present with this person. So you could start thinking a lot about if it's going to go anywhere, if there's any potential between the two of you. So I feel like you're being encouraged to stay in the present. Now, with the best ever card being here, some of you are going to wonder if you're confusing chemistry with love. All right. Could even be really good intimate encounters between the two of you if you were to decide to be intimate with this person. But I feel like you could start to wonder if the good sex is kind of blinding, or if you're more lusting after this person than falling in love with them. At the top of the deck, you have at first sight. There's going to be instant attraction. Very strong initial attraction between the two of you. I feel like this is someone who's going to fall for you really quickly. You could catch yourself falling for this person as well. They're also going to feel an intense desire to get to know you more. Give me another card. So when you meet this person, you could end up thinking that they're a dime a dozen. They could be like other people from your past. But some of you may end up pleasantly surprised. But it's going to be different for all of you. All right, you have self-worth. So this is someone who has settled for less in the past. So when they meet someone like you, you're going to be like a dream come true. All right. Also, you could be their dream man or their dream woman. I feel like there could have been times in the past when this person was trying to fill a void, or they just had issues when it comes to self-worth. And I feel like that has a lot to do with the type of people that they were connecting with. They could have been taken advantage of in the past. Also, they're going to want you so badly. Some of you could feel like they're coming off a little bit desperate. With fantasy being at the bottom of the deck, yeah, they're definitely going to have this fantasy level type of attraction to you. Initially, when the two of you first meet, the conversations could be a bit surface level. And notice I said when the two of you first met. So some of you could have already met this person. Give me another card. This is going to be extremely specific. Please don't force it to fit. But for a small portion of you, there could be an insecurity that this person has, but it's a physical insecurity. I don't know if it's their weight, whether they feel as though they're too small, they feel as though they need to lose some weight. For others of you, they could be a bit insecure about their height. Or it could be something that you find silly, like they're insecure about their hands or their forehead or their lips, something along those lines, their arms. I just feel like there's something that they're insecure about, but it has to do with a physical feature. For some of you, they're insecure about their back for some reason. I don't know what that's about. All right, you have guarded, and that card wanted to come out crossing. All right, so I feel like a lot of you are going to be very much guarded when this person comes in because you don't want to get hurt. I see you actually pulling away from this person at some point because you could start catching feelings for them, and you could start having doubts, but I feel like it's going to be in your head. Also, some of you are kind of used to superficial relationships or people who treat you more like a friend than a lover. or people who didn't treat you like an intimate partner. I just see you being guarded. Communication will be key. Give me another card. For some of you, they could start talking about the future a lot, and you're like, wait a minute, buddy. Hold it. Pause. You're moving a little too quick for me. Some of you could be in that energy, but I just see them wanting to have a future with you, talking about the future. Some of you could even feel like they talk so much about the future that they're not saying in the present. Just take it however it fits. All right. You have fair fights here. So I feel like this is someone who how can I put this? They value keeping respect for one another during any type of disagreements or during any type of arguments. All right. They prefer to manage any conflict maturely. I feel like this is someone who's also solution focused. So they're going to want to fix things. Now, the card did come out crossing, so it also lets me know that there could be something that they tend to do when the two of you disagree that you don't like. For some of you, they may be the type that gets quiet when the two of you are not agreeing with each other or when there's an issue. But I feel like it's going to be something minor. For others of you, I feel like this is someone who you could start to feel like is becoming obsessed with you in some way. You could start to feel like they're building their world around you instead of including you in their world. Like they're all about you. Give me another card. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit. All right, you have sacrifices. So they're a huge, or they're big on compromising. I'll just put it that way. I see this person being open-minded. They are pretty flexible. Also, there will be some type of sacrifice that needs to be made, but I don't feel like it's going to be anything big. So, for example, the two of you could live at a distance from each other, or there could be something that this person, there could be something about their schedule that has to be sacrificed. So they may have to make changes. Now that could be you or that could be them. But the connection between the two of you is going to be liberating. They're not coming off as a controlling individual. You're going to feel as though you are free to be who you truly are. And I feel like the two of you will always be exploring and learning one another. Also, with criticism next to enthusiasm, I feel like, and this is going to sound crazy, but I see it, so I'm going to say it. I feel like this is someone who will encourage you to let them know when something is wrong. All right. Now, for others, you're going to feel as though this person can be critical. Like they're always pointing certain things out. I don't feel like it's in a malicious way, but this is a fixer. This is the type of person who likes to fix things. And so if they're not careful, they could subconsciously create a wedge between the two of you. This is going to be specific as well. Please don't force it to fit. For some of you, you're going to feel as though this person wants to be with you all the time. Okay. Like they feel as though the time that the two of you do spend with each other is not enough. You're going to feel like they're wanting more and more and more of you. Okay. And that can make you a little bit uneasy. but they're going to be really excited to spend time with you. I see them telling everyone about you, but I do feel like there is going to be one person in particular who is critical of the connection between the two of you. Now, it could be someone on your side or someone on their side, but for some of you, I feel like it's on your side. It could even be you, like you're criticizing everything. But like I said, just take that message however it fits. Give me one more card. So I do feel like this is a constructive, criticism based individual, but that could be a bit of a turnoff for some of you. Now, I don't feel like they're going to be malicious with it, but for some of you, you could feel like, man, you always have something to say. You know, like they point out everything. Now, don't get me wrong, they may do it in a lighthearted way. Maybe even a teasing type of way. Not to be hurtful. I feel like that could be their love language. But some of you could feel like, wait a minute, you know, you're doing too much. All right, you have dishonesty here, and that card wanted to come out crossing a little bit. Now, when you initially meet this person, I feel like they're not going to be completely honest with you about something. They're going to be wearing a mask. Now, that may not necessarily be a deal breaker because, in my humble opinion, I feel as though when two people meet, when they are in the initial stages of getting to know each other, both people are somewhat wearing a mask, okay? But I feel like this person either is going to wear a mask regarding their true feelings so they could catch feelings for you a lot quicker than they lead you to believe, or this is someone who's going to lie about some type of aspect of their life. Now, this is going to be extremely specific. Please don't force it to fit. But for some of you, this person may make it seem as though they're okay with the delayed gratification when it comes to sexual encounters, when in reality, they're ready to rip your clothes off and get to it. But they don't want to come off like a dog in heat, like they're horny, you know. For some of you, they could even make it seem as though they're okay with taking things slow when in reality, they want to take off with you. Okay, I don't feel like it's going to be anything that's a deal breaker, but I do see this person wearing a little bit of a mask, but it has something to do with restraint. For some of you, they're going to be really selfish when it comes to you. So they may come off as the type who gives you your freedom to do you or whatever, but in reality, it has its limits. Like, for example, they may not really want you having friends of the opposite or same gender. They may not like you going certain places and they don't know where you are. They may not like when you don't answer your phone, but I feel like they're going to wear a mask about it. So certain things that bother them in the connection, I feel like, or certain things that you do that bother them, I feel like they're going to try to make it seem as though they're okay with it when in reality, they're really not. Now, the dishonesty card did come out crossing. So I do feel like they will eventually reveal it to you. Whatever it is, they will reveal it. But I see this person possibly being a life partner. The two of you will be really different from each other. Okay. And I see them idealizing you. But they're going to feel as though you are the one. And many of you will feel that way about this person as well. When you initially meet them, you're going to feel like the two of you don't have very much in common. Or this could be someone you know very little about. You could even feel like the two of you want different things, but opposites are going to attract here. So they're going to be different from what you're used to. Wow. All right. And I keep hearing slow and steady wins the race. So just make sure you take things slow with them and let me know how it goes. All right. And so that is the reading, everyone. If you guys resonated with this or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so, so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time, bye.